Hey y'all, what's up? I'm here for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Season 4, Episode 9, I believe this is. I apologize for this being super late, y'all. I just been really stressed lately, and yesterday, I had to have some me time. I took myself out, so, I'm feeling a little bit better now, you know what I'm saying? So, sometimes you gotta do that for yourself, but, anyways, we picked up right where we left off from last week with, the continuation of Tiara's intervention. She's going off on a specialist. She walks out and, gets in the car. Moniece follows her outside. And, Tiara's saying, well, what about the shit you dealing with? You getting help for the shit you dealing with and everything, this, that, and the third. And Moniece is like, yes, I suffer from depression. I'm not perfect, but I own my shit. And I felt where Moniece is coming from because, those of y'all who've been watching me for, a minute, y'all know that I've told you guys I deal with like depression and stuff like that. But at the same time, I own up to my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like at 22 years old, not a lot of people can do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses, I know what I need to work on, what I need to improve on, what I need to do better with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm taking steps to, make certain changes that I want to make in my life. You feel what I'm saying? But I own it though. Not a lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, Tiara, with her situation, of course, her dealing with alcoholism, she, is having a hard time owning up to it, which a lot of people who deal with that, do. You know what I'm saying? And then one of the producers that I guess has like a close relationship with Tiara, she comes to talk to her and everything. And, Tiara's going off on Moniece about how you don't call me and you don't never see me and see if I'm doing good. And Moniece is like, because of your drinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to be around you, seeing you, fuck yourself up like this, you know what I'm saying? And, like I said, the producer is talking to her and stuff like that, and, she wants her to listen, and Tiara is like, well, Drew and Nia, they have to leave, and I don't even know why, I don't know why Fizz was there. I was just kind of like, yeah, I would want him to leave too, because like, why is he here? You know what I'm saying? But she wants Nia to leave too because she feel like she don't need motherfuckers that don't never really call her, nothing like that, to be there. You know what I'm saying? And I was kind of confused about her and Nia though, because I always thought they had a good relationship, but I mean, I don't know. But anyway, so Tiara is telling like the producer she feels like that she's feeling discouraged about her music and everything. She feels like they're ruining her image or whatever, and they don't care about her. And the producer, she's telling her, we do care about you, we want to see you win this, that, and the third, or whatever, this, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And Tiara's crying, and she comes back in. And Moniece wants to read her, how it go if you guys watch the show Intervention. They have, each person read a letter to that person or whatever. And Tiara don't want to hear it or whatever. So Moniece decides to speak from her heart and everything. And she's kind of having a hard time doing it. She gets emotional. The producer starts to talk or whatever. And Tiara feels like that they all full of shit and everything. Nikki, she's, talking to her and telling her how much she cares about her and how she wants to see her win, all that good stuff. The same thing, with AD. Tiara is like, one thing y'all can't say about me is y'all can't say I'm not a good friend or whatever, this, that, and the third. And it's like, Tiara, nobody ever said that. I mean, yeah, you're dealing with this issue, but it doesn't take away from what type of friend you are. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but like I said, once again, it's her just being defensive because, like I told y'all last week, I didn't like the way they did this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just had that lady bum rush her like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that shit at all. You know what I'm saying? The specialist, she's a recovering alcoholic, you know what I'm saying? And TT, she's like that. Yeah, she's kind of been drinking every day for the last 3 or 4 years or whatever. The specialist is telling her about, this treatment program or whatever, and it's supposed to be 90 days. Tiara's like, I ain't got time, I got stuff to do or whatever. And I'm just like, now girl, you ain't got nothing that important to be doing at this current time to where you can't do this 90 days. I'm just saying, But anyway, she said that she'll give it 30 days or whatever. So, that's cool with everybody. At least it's a start. You know what I'm saying? And she's realizing that, you know, if everybody has come together to, you know, speak on this issue, then it must be some truth to it. So, you know, she apologizes for, you know, being mean to them and all this other stuff. And, you know, Moniece gives her a hug and is talking to her, and the specialist tells her to sit down and everything. And Sierra's like, she ain't gotta sit down or whatever, you know. And that was that with them. So yeah, I, like I said, I really want Sierra to, you know, get whatever help she needs, and, you know, to I want to see her win. I want to see her career flourish and to really be something, because she does have talent. But anyway, so then we have Brooke and Bridget Kelly. They have a love-hate relationship, and it shows, okay? You know, Brooke is kind of throwing shade about Bridget's relationship with her dude James or whatever. And, you know, Bridget admits to cheating like once or twice, but she's trying to be on some new shit with him or whatever. And then Brooke tells about, you know, Marcus being on probation, and that she's purposely doing shit to upset him or whatever. And, you know, Brooke is like, well, what's the point of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to mess up a good thing with Marcus or something like that, she was saying. And I'm like, well, I mean, it ain't that good if he cheated. But, I mean, yeah, I don't like the tit for tat type of shit either. It's like, I mean, girl, if you would have just left Marcus alone after that whole situation occurred with the paralegal girl or whatever, Jade, that's her name, we wouldn't have been mad at you, because that was some trifling ass shit. You feel what I'm saying? But because of the fact that you chose to, like, kind of deal with him or somewhat, because like I told y'all last week, I was confused as to what the hell they were supposed to be doing, because I thought she was done with him, and then she's saying that she's still kind of dealing with him. So I'm just like, well, bitch, which one is it? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like, I mean, if you're choosing to somewhat still deal with him, why are you doing this tit for tat childish ass bullshit? You feel what I'm saying? But whatever. So anyways, you know, she's telling Brooke is telling, you know, Bridget about, you know, Booby doing music and everything. And Brooke is, I mean, Lord, these bitches' names start with the same fucking letter. Bridget is cracking up, because she's like, Booby doing music? Like, you know, wasn't he an NBA player and all this other stuff? And, you know, then she tells about the song that she's doing with Ray J. And I don't remember anything else from that conversation, because I really didn't care too much. So then we have both of the Lyricas, A1 and his mama, and then Alexis, Sky, and Zale. And they're, you know, and those two, Alexis and Zale, they're skipping towards, you know, well, for one, they're at a park. Matter of fact, the same park that A1 you know, try to give, you know, Big Lyrica that waist trainer at. You know what I'm saying? And Alexis and Zale, they're hand in hand skipping, you know, in the park towards the table that they're all at and everything. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. So, you know, Lyrica talks about the drama that happened at the listening party and everything, and Alexis claimed how, you know, they checked them, how they checked Moniece and everything. I'm like, Lyrica might have checked her, but you, yeah, whatever. So, you know, and she's still, like I said, she's telling how, you know, they popped off on Moniece and Ray or whatever, and, you know, how Lyrica popped off on Moniece and Moniece didn't do shit. And Zell is like, what? My friend Moniece ain't do nothing. Like, I don't believe that. And Lyrica is like, whose friend are you or whatever? And Zell is like, listen, I feel like, for real, we all been thrown into some shit that ain't got nothing to do with us. That's Alexis and Masika's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I heard, you know, speaking of all of them, I heard that, you know, Mr. Ray is having a party, having an event, you know, wherever he's having his event at. And, you know, I decided that I'm going to have a party right next door and everything. And I'm just like, I'm tired of him and Mr. Ray's drama too, to be quite honest. Like, I'm tired of Alexis and Masika. I'm tired of Ray and Zell. Like, the shit is just getting real old and tired. Like, for real. We on episode 9 now. Like, yeah. I'm gonna need for y'all to cut it. So, real quick, Sierra, you know, she's packing up to leave for, you know, her 30-day rehab thing or whatever. Moniece, I guess, is gonna watch over her house and everything. And that was that with them. They have, a little crying moment with each other, and that was that. So then we're back to Bridget, and I'm like, is Bridget really like a cast member at this point on the show? You know what I'm saying? Like, she got her own confessionals and stuff, but I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if this is a good look, but whatever. Anyway, so Bridget, she's meeting up with her dude James or whatever, and I guess they're having like some type of little picnic or something, and they've been together off and on for 7 years, and 3 years into their relationship, she did step out on him, and she's telling him how she feels confident working with Ray or whatever. She's playing the song that her and Ray did for him. James is not feeling it, and he's like, you go from being an auntie to doing this or whatever, making auntie music, and she's like, oh, so now I'm an auntie or whatever. And I just was kind of laughing because, I know what he meant or whatever. He talking about like that Mary J. Blige type of music, and now she going to, talking about some pussy so good, and, I would be looking at her. Well, actually, I was looking at her crazy. I told y'all last week, I was just like, say what now? So anyways, he's sitting up here. Now, mind you, remember Bridget said that she cheated a couple of times. He's sitting up here talking about something. She cheated with multiple people, and it's already 5 or 6 motherfuckers that knows that her pussy's so good. He don't need the whole world to know and everything. And Bridget is like, cheating in the song is 2 different things. And it's like, I mean, I agree, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, she could still be making her auntie music and still be, cheating. Because, I mean, when she was making the auntie music or whatever, like you said, she was, doing her dirt or whatever. So it's like, what difference is it going to make her making a song like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, if she going to be loyal, she going to be loyal. If she not, then she not. It's just, that's just what it is. You know what I mean? But anyway, so we have Moniece and Ray. Ray's having his party, and the party is for, him launching his PR company or whatever. Masika, she can't make it, of course, because she has to, like, do something for her listening party or whatever. And he understands, that she's busy, she's doing this, she's doing that. But she's never where her friends are. And I'm like, that's because she knows some bullshit is going to happen. That's why, and she wants y'all to clean up her dirty work. That's why she don't ever show up. But anyways, Moniece understands where, he's coming from, because she agrees. So, then Ray hears some music next door or whatever. They walk outside to see what the hell's going on. And across the street, that's where, Zale is having his party at. Lyrica, she's performing and everything. So Ray and Moniece, they decide to walk in or whatever. Zale, he shouts Moniece out or whatever, and he's like, were we too noisy for you all or whatever? Because, my party's popping and all this other stuff. And he calls Mr. Ray Marshmallow Man. Ray is trying to pop off at him or whatever. Zale is steadily cracking jokes and everything. And, Hazel, she's like, look, y'all all been dragged into some bullshit that has to deal with, Masika and Alexis, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting tired. Moniece wants to have a civil conversation. Alexis is like, my issue was with one person, and now it's just like a big commotion and all this other stuff. And Ray is like, well, who told you that we was talking about you in the first place? And, Moniece is like, Lyrica. And Lyrica's like, hold the hell on. You ain't about to throw my name into some bullshit. You was talking about beating my ass or whatever, because of her and everything. So don't sit up here and try to throw my name into the mix on some fuck shit. So Moniece apologizes or whatever about saying that to Lyrica. They hug it out or whatever. Alexis apologizes to Moniece for saying the shit that she said to her and not even knowing her like that for real. And they shake hands, and Ray apologizes to Alexis for being in her comments. Now, Zale, y'all know that Zale, he's a piece of work. So he's like, I know we on this whole kumbaya type of shit or whatever, but if y'all think I'm apologizing to Mr. Ray, you got another thing coming. And I'm just like, Lord. So that was that with that whole thing. You know, Moniece and Ray, they go back to their little party or whatever. So then we have A1 and Marcus. They shoe shopping or whatever. Pretty much A1 gives Marcus the drop on Brooke showing up with Booby at Lyrica's listening party. So Marcus decides he's going to pull up on Brooke or whatever. Because he's not liking what he's hearing from A1 or whatever and everything. So, and I'm just like, damn, A1. But I mean, I guess you can't be mad because Marcus is his friend. But like, yeah, But anyways, then we get Bridget and Ray. She's doing the video or whatever, and she got money shooting up in between her legs or whatever. James is not feeling it. Him and Ray have a conversation. James is like, if this was Princess, you would feel some type of way or whatever. Ray has to leave because, Princess is fertile and he got to get in that oven. So, that's pretty much that with them. James, he wants, Bridget to do something better. He's like, let me talk to some people and see if we could do something better because this shit, yeah, I'm not feeling. So then Marcus, he pops up on Booby and Brooke during their rehearsal for Booby's, showcasing of his song or whatever. And he tells about what A1 told him. And, Brooke is like, first of all, Booby ain't got shit to do with what's going on between us. And, Marcus is like, this is about you, not about Playboy. And Booby's like, this Playboy got a name. It's the way he said it that just had me cracking up or whatever. But anyway, so, Marcus is like, you got me up here looking stupid or whatever. And Brooke is like, you got the nerve to be talking about somebody looking stupid after you done embarrassed me and all this other stuff, this, that, and third. Which I do agree with Brooke on that part, because it's like, yeah, Marcus, you started this whole game or whatever, but once again, Brooke, if you would have just left him alone, we would have been fine with that. We would have understood that, but you chose to still kind of sort of deal with him. So it's like, why do this tit for tat bullshit? But at the same time, I do feel like Marcus, like, nigga, sit the fuck down somewhere, because you don't really have no right to be mad after the shit that you did. But anyway, so she's popping off on him, whatever. She tells him bye, and he like bye, whatever. He leaves out. Booby talking about how he don't respect her and all this other stuff, and you special and blah blah blah, and they telling each other they love each other, and then they kiss, and I'm like, so now see, this don't look like this is the first time y'all ever kissed. This look like some shit that y'all been doing. Okay, I mean, I'm just saying, this look like some shit that y'all been doing, okay? This don't look like no first time kiss. And that's another thing with Brooke. She keep on talking about how her and Booby have never taken it there or whatever, because like when she was talking with Bridget earlier, and she was like, Bridget just mad because she ain't never been able to keep none of her guy friends in the friend zone or whatever. But it's like, but yet you're not keeping Booby in, you've been really not keeping Booby in the friend zone, but now you kiss him. Like, yeah, girl, just cut it, So then the last thing we have, Masika, she's singing at her showcase or whatever. I hated that hair that she had on. Ugh, like, why? Then Alexis, Zale, Lyrica, and Hazel, they show up. Masika is talking to Moniece and Ray about her music or whatever. And Ray is like, well, look, we had a conversation. We feel like you need to deal with this situation. And she's like, what situation? And he points to, all of them, like that situation. And so, okay, I'm sorry, I got lost. But anyway, so Masika, she's like, I told y'all I don't want to shoot with her or whatever, this, that, and third. And she starts to try to jump at Alexis, and, security holding her back and everything. And she's like, I'm sick of making hoes famous. And I'm just like, but bitch, you're on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Like, you ain't that much more, you ain't no more famous than what the fuck she is. Like, ugh. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just really sick of this fucking situation. I don't even understand why they have to have a conversation at this point, because this shit is just really dumb. Like, I mean, ain't neither one of y'all with this motherfucker at this point. Why does a conversation really need to be had? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Masika, like, yeah, like, I mean, the shit is here now. The fucking, Alexis is here now, so you might as well just have a conversation and just whatever. Even though I feel like at this point it really don't need to be had, because it's like, who gives a fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so Hazel, she's in the here instigating, talking about some Alexis, go to the back, or whatever. I'm just like, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't like Hazel. I really just don't like her, period. So, Zell, he like, I know we all came here for peace and everything, but, if Masika ain't gonna handle her shit, I'ma handle mine. So, he tries to charge at Ray, and in the process, he hurts Moniece and Lyrica, because they both ended up falling down, about to break their damn neck. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, really, Zell? Really? Like, if you want to do some shit like that, make sure certain people, especially females, is out your fucking path. Like, come on now. Like, really. So, anyways, Zell, he gets on top of the table and says, Masika Kalisha fucks for a feature. And I'm just like, well, damn, I thought she was supposed to be your friend too. And see, like, I mean, I feel like people can be friends with two people that don't like each other, just as long as you don't play both sides of the fence. And a lot of the times, a lot of motherfuckers don't know how to do that shit. You feel what I'm saying? And Zell is a prime example of one of those motherfuckers that don't know how to not play both sides of the fence. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, he just real gossipy and just messy. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, he was on the table saying Masika Kalisha fucks for a feature and all this other stuff. And, Masika, she's popping off about where's her phone at outside, and Alexis is outside trying to call her. Masika's over it. And that was the episode, y'all. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. I'll be back in here a little later on for the Black Ink Crew Chicago. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.